Hey everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel. My name is Glenn Tompkins and I've got a great video for you to hopefully get you ahead of the curve before it takes off. Why? Because we want to buy low and sell high. So what are we going to talk about today? EV charging stocks. So we know that electric vehicles are going to be the wave of the future. Many companies are committing to creating more and more electric vehicles. Well, in order for them to work, they need to be charged. In order to get them from the East Coast to the West Coast, they're going to need charging stations. And there's companies primed to make you guys a lot of money. So this is going to be a two-part series. If you want to know what stocks I have in store for you, you sit right there. Hey everybody, Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here on our YouTube channel. Always love bringing these videos to your attention. Folks, we all want to buy low and sell high, and we always want to be ahead of the curve. This video is going to be able to hopefully give and support both of those things for you at the same time. If you're brand new to our channel, by all means, please hit that subscribe button. If you like the content that we put out here, don't forget to smash that like button. And if you want to be alerted to when a new video like this comes out, don't forget to hit the bell icon. All right, we're going to get right into it. Now, why am I looking at this? Well, it's because it's a lot of stories coming out that more and more states are getting monies to be able to support the charging stations. Iowa eligible for $51.4 million for electric vehicle charging network. That's from the President Biden's infrastructure law. Tennessee to receive millions for electrical vehicle charging. New Jersey, up in my neck of the woods, I'm from New York, New Jersey will receive $15.4 million to expand electrical vehicle charging infrastructure this year. All of these stories have been put out within the last few days. But notice Iowa so far is getting the most money. Wondering why. Don't know why, but $54 million. New Jersey up north only getting $15 million. And then states go ahead to build electric car charging stations across all of the states. That's why this is important, and that's why this is something that you guys need to consider. Why? Because they're not moving yet, and as a matter of fact, these stocks are getting stomped. So what do you need to do? Wait for the right time. Right now, it's starting to ramp up. If the news is showing that these states and other states are getting ready, they're going to need these stations, and these stations will cost money, and they should go up in price. That's why we're doing this video now. All right, let's do this. I'm going to go to a slide deck that I have for you. And in this slide deck, here it is, EV Charging Stocks Part 1. This is going to be a two-part series. I'm going to talk about 8 stocks overall, and I got a bonus. I've got 3 other stocks in a watch list for you to keep your eyes on, so I'm going to provide you with 11 stocks in this space for you guys to keep your eyes on. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm going to take off my camera so you guys can see what's going on. So the first stock in my list is going to be Blink Charging. Now, the stories that you're going to see here are going to be a little dated back in 2021 because that's when these stories were done. But I brought up the stories now, the news stories, to show you what's transpired since all of this has happened. All right, so Blink. I know this is a stock that's on many people's minds, with over 30,000 charging stations in 13 countries. So they got their hands across the globe. Blink Charging is one of the world's largest public EV charging network providers. The company deployed 3,000 charging stations in the third quarter of last year, up 351% from last year. That's growth. H.C. Wainwright recently upgraded Blink from neutral. The firm set a price of $50. Shares of Blink Charging climbed 38% in the last 12 months, and Palomar Partners, a Connecticut-based investment firm, is the largest shareholder of Blink with 79,000 shares worth $2.26 million. All right, that's the first company. Next one. This is a company that someone brought to my attention, Volta. Volta has caught investors' attention with its business model. The company sells EV charging networks and offers digital ad screen for advertisers. Ooh, this is talking about multiple opportunities to make money. The media segment generates a sizable portion of revenue for the EV charging companies. The behavior and commerce segment accounted for $7.3 billion of the company's total revenue in the third quarter of 2021. Volta overall sales were $8.5 billion, a 77% increase. Two companies, big growth from the previous year. In October, D.A. Davidson analyst of Matt Somerville initiated a buy on Volta with a price target of 11. And at the end of September quarter, there were 17 hedge funds. Big money is getting behind it that had a position in Volta for a stake of $91 million. Chargepoint Holdings. Everybody knows about Chargepoint, CHPT. Chargepoint Holdings provides EV charging services to residential, fleet, and commercial customers. What I like about this is not only is it going for the commercial business, it is going out to fleets, like trucking fleets and all that kind of stuff, and residential. The California-based company installs, monitors, and maintains the EV charging stations as part of its subscription-based charging solution. So this is a whole package when it comes down to Chargepoint. Recently, Richard Tullis of Capital One initiated an equal weight rating on Chargepoint while highlighting the company's hardware and software products. The analyst set a price target of $24 for the stock. Overall, big money again. 18 funds of the 867 elite funds tracked by Insider Monkey reported owning stakes in the California-based EV charging company at the end of September 2021. Just like Tesla, GM, Ford, NIO, ChargePoint is also a good investment option for investors looking to jump into the EV space, according to market analysts. All right, and it looks like my next stock we're going to have here is EVGO. This is another hot stock. EVGO, or has been before it did pull back, owns 800 EV fast charging stations across 34 states. So they're within the United States, not as big as the others, but this is new company on the scene, making it the largest public EV network in the U.S. The company's direct current fast chargers are compatible with Tesla, Ford, BMW, Hyundai, and Chevrolet. So this new to the scene, getting on the scene, but going after the big boys hot and heavy. The California-based EV charging company added 36,000 customers in the third quarter, bringing the total number of customers to 310,000. Wow. The company's revenue climbed 73% over a year to $6.81 million in the period. Notice that every company has had big growth in the last year. Also, November 23rd, Capital One analyst Richard Tullis initiated an equal weight on EVGO with a price target of 18. Recently went public with a valuation of $2.6 billion in July by way of SPAC. The stock returned 38% to investors year to date. Of 867 elite funds tracked by Insider Monkey, 19 were long EVGO at the end of September, up from 0. So big money is getting into all of these. Let me put my camera back on. Big money is getting into all of these. All of these companies are exhibiting nice sales growth, which is good for the companies. This is my first 4 stocks. All right, so let's go into the VectorVest software. And these stocks are what we were just looking at. We were looking at Blink, we looked at Volta, we looked at EVGO, and we looked at Chargepoint. These are the first 4 stocks. And remember, I'm giving you 11 stocks overall, but I'm only doing detailed analysis on 8 of them. All right, so here's these stocks sorted by VST. Notice that Blink is in the top half. All of them are sell recommendations. So before I go into any deeper look, watch this. Let's go down to the watch list average at the bottom. All right, we're going to go down to the watch list average at the bottom and view the watch list average for the group. All right, this is a 3-month graph. Why did I say that this was a little speculative? Look at the graph. So these are not moving yet, but if the states are now starting to get on board, the news is showing that if the states are starting to get on board, these are going to have to become prevalent. As more and more people are getting the money to set up these networks, these stocks should go up in price. Let's go look at a 1-year graph. There was a ramp up. When did this happen? When the mandates were going out that we were going to give some money towards people to get them over into the space of electric vehicles. It took off. It took off. Then it waned. The infrastructure bill came out and blah, 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 blah. Now the states are actually getting the money, and that's what could be moving these stocks so that you can buy low and sell high. All right, so let's go look at the ones that we just looked at. Blink, Volta, EVGO, and Chargepoint. Let's go look at their individual graphs. And let me see if I can get you in at the right times. 3-month graph, looking at the 3 and the 8. I like Blink. Blink looks like it already found a level of support. The 3 and the 8 just crossed. It's got to get above this level of resistance sitting at 26.45. I'd also like to see volume pick up with it. I do like the RT is getting better. Not above 1 yet, but getting better. It's starting to move. What else is in here? Now, Volta, on the other hand, I got somebody on my Twitter feed who's been talking about Volta and a couple of other stocks. Right now, it's a little bit of a sideways move coming off a level of support. The 3 and the 8 are just middling. I'd like to see it break above this level of resistance sitting at the value of $7.79. Also notice that these are lower dollar stocks as well. Let's go over to EVGO. Again, I like this as a new guy coming onto the scene, going after the big boys hot and heavy. And remember, big money is getting behind these. We've got more investors getting in. We've got more hedge funds getting in. And these companies are growing in their sales year over year. And that's what I really like when it comes down to that stuff. So coming off a level of support, the 3 and the 8 are solid. I've got no real headwinds here until the level of the high of about $19.50. This has got about a $10 move on it on EVGO. And last but not least, we have Chargepoint. Again, everybody knows about Chargepoint. Also coming off a level of support, moving sideways. I do like volume though. RT is just middling. Maybe we look at a couple of the other stocks first. So let's do this. One last thing before I go. And I'm going to put this on to what I like to call the quad thingy. Let's look at all 4 stocks. And let's go put them all on end of day 3 months, end of day 3 months, and end of day 3 months. Now we can see them all on a graph together and get a better feel. I do like the move of Blink. I do like the move of EVGO, but I see Volta and I see Chargepoint both middling right now. I think that right now Blink and EVGO are the ones that I'm looking for, but on Blink, I need to see me break above that level of resistance and volume pickup. EVGO right now has the biggest upside to the level of that high. So with that, folks, this video is over. I'm going to have part 2 later this week to give you 4 more deeper detailed on some stocks to take a look at. And again, there's 3 extra stocks in that watch list. If you liked this video and you feel that this was something that was useful to you, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. So until the next time, folks, see ya.